Captain Lee, at this particular time, is satisfied that the individual who sent this piece of shirt in and the letter to the Chronicle was in fact connected with is the person who killed the cab driver, let me put it that way. At the moment, you would have to say yes.
Based on what? Just the letter?
The contents of the letters, the language of the letters, in other cases are very similar to the language and the form of the letters in this particular case. And because of the fact that the shirt matches the shirt as I understand it, we would have to assume that there is validity to the claim of this individual.
Well, preliminary tests of certain evidence, such as fingerprints and handwriting, have been made to where we are certain that the man that we're looking for is the same man responsible for the killing of the cab driver in San Francisco, plus the shooting deaths in Solano County in Vallejo.
Now, would you say this in spite of the conflicting descriptions?
Yes, I would, simply because it is our belief here in Napa that this man now there's a possibility of him using a makeup kit and using different disguises in his crimes.
Well, Sheriff, what type of person is this man?
Well, we have reason to believe that he's a maniac. However, he is a cunning man. He knows just exactly what moves he's going to make. He knows where he's going to be from 1 minute to the next. He knows where he's going to start and when he's going to end. He plans these things out, and he knows just exactly how this thing is going to turn out. We think that it appears to us that he is killing just for the thrill of killing.
What is the feeling of the people in the city of Napa, and as a matter of fact, the county as a whole, because of these slayings?
Well, the people, especially the parents, are very apprehensive, not only because of the Zodiac killings, but because of the latest young girl from Fairfield. What is most noticeable is the lack of teenagers and young people out at night or in the weekends. It seems that the parents are keeping the children home.
It's my understanding that Mr. Belli released to the Associated Press a statement in which he received a letter from the Zodiac and stating that we had confirmed that this was, in fact, from the suspect known as Zodiac. I would confirm that publicly, that we have been in contact with Mr. Belli's office. We have examined a piece of material that was included in a letter to Mr. Belli, which is a piece of the victim's shirt, the victim being Paul Stine, who was killed here on October the 11th.
What else can you say publicly about your investigation?
I wouldn't want to comment any further on our investigation or on Mr. Belli's position at this time. We're learning more about him physically. We're learning more about the man psychologically.
But what exactly are you learning psychologically?
The content of these letters tell you quite a lot.
Such as?
Well, I wouldn't want to disclose to our suspect what we think of him and where we're looking.
Well, of course, a big thing, he says that he isn't responsible for the park bombing, which is very gratifying to us, that we never came up with him in our investigations of the park station that he had done that. And, of course, he says now that he's murdered 10 people. We know that from our investigation, at least in San Francisco, he's only responsible for one.
Does he say in the letter where he might strike next?
No, he doesn't. He didn't specify this. He specified that the bombings were out of his territory and that it might belong to someone else's territory, and there's more glory in killing a cop. He did refer to that, but of course we hope he's not referring to killing any policemen. I didn't read that into his letters, but he indicated this was something else that he didn't do.
Can you honestly say now that this latest letter is of any help at all in solving this Zodiac case?
No, I don't see many clues in there. He just acknowledges that he's still free, that it looks like to me that he is seeking help. Of course, we would be very interested if he desired to surrender, no question about it. But as far as clues, it just relates that he is back with us again. Of course, we've never given up. We know that he's there, and we're working on it. We haven't been assigned to it, working full-time at it. And although the letter itself hasn't revealed any clues to us.
That's good.